can finally get things underway, guys. Of course, we're very, very sorry about the delay. Of course, we're client issues that have been around forever, and hopefully this game will be even better because honestly, like you enjoy things if you wait for them more or something. I don't know how to phrase that in like wise words, but something like that.
Good things come to those who wait.
Yes, there you go.
It's like one of the most commonly used phrases.
Dude, I'm
in
in
the
my
world.
like League of Legends like state of mind. I'm not thinking about
Okay.
words of knowledge. Come on, man. Who do you think
So
I am?
you're just like, if you hit a wall, hit it hard and stuff like that.
What? Yeah.
That's a Vi quote, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, one of my favourite quotes in the game is from one of the champions who's being played in this game, and it's I can't do the American accent, so I'm not going to try, but it's places to go, me to see. I think it's a really good quote.
Was that Draven?
Yeah, it's Draven.
Yeah.
Draven.
Anyways, you're into this 3-minute spectator. We can go ahead and take down those summoner blockers, and we'll be finding some interesting things.
Yeah.
Some very, very interesting things here, I think.
I am interested.
We're actually seeing a jungle pantheon coming out from Darth Boxius here. And
I don't even know what to say. I
yeah,
can't remember.
I'm not sure. That was never a thing. I don't think jungle pantheon was ever a thing. And I mean,
Yeah,
he does have strong
don't.
ganks. He has a lot of damage. His passive does help him out fighting big creeps, but his jump is short range. He lives off of lane domination, which he might not be getting a lot of when he's jungle, because you know you have the team of Ezreal who can arc and shift out. There's a Renekton who can double dash out, who actually didn't take flash, so he might be able to take advantage of that. But he actually took barrier now, so more defense on this Renekton. Of course, when Arya hits level 6, it's like, well, you stunned her, and then she's gonna do her dashes.
Yeah, use her spirit rush just to get out of the
2
fight.
more times or 4 more, just whatever. She's just gonna
Yeah.
get out of there. So Pantheon in the jungle, I'm not too sure how it works. You know, maybe Darth Boxius feels confident on it, but it's a very shaky pick in my opinion.
I don't want to say that it's not going to work, because Darth Boxius had a really good game last game. He used that hyper mobility of Lee Sin, died once I believe in the entire game, and just managed to get some good ganks off. And Pantheon is kind of similar to Lee Sin. You can jump on people with that stun jump that you have. You can use your spear shots and Heartseeker Strike also to get some damage down, but he's just not really that strong at the moment.
Yeah.
He's not as he's not meta. I don't like saying everyone should play the meta, etc., but there are flavour of the month champions in League of Legends, and we see it a lot, especially at the higher levels, and it sort of trickles down to the lower levels. But I guess what we have to do, what we have to say in the end of the day, is that if Darth Boxius or Pentabox thinks that he's a good Pantheon and plays Pantheon well, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to play him in the jungle, because he has got Heartseeker Strike, which is AoE. He's got Spear Shot, which does a lot of damage. If you get that blue buff, you can really spam out those Spear Shots. I'd like to see him probably going. This is how I would build it, thinking about it now. Maybe Spirit of the Ancient Golem, maybe an Iceborne Gauntlet for the extra mana and the AoE slow, which will help you in your CC from ganks. You could go for sort of a locket and go for the more defensive build and just use yourself as a stun bot. But I'd like to see sort of an Iceborne Gauntlet into Mura mana build, going for that extra damage and letting Xin Zhao build a little bit more tanky in the top lane. But we will see how it goes. That is just what I think, and really not something we can sort of pontificate on. We're having a slight problem getting onto the overlays at the moment, so I'm just going to try and sort this out for us.
Okay, well, we're going to the loading screen. At least I am. Guilderland High School, going over the team comp. I mean, I already said it, but it's a very generic team comp. These champions are all very versatile. They do extremely well. See, like Renekton, he's just that top laner where you want to get all 3 of your abilities. You dash in, you stun your opponent, you use Cool the Meek on them, and you dash out, and they cannot respond to that. Xin Zhao does have his own dash, but more than likely he will not be trying to trade back at those times. And Renekton's, of course, just so strong in that lane. And then there's also Jarvan, which is the dominating early game jungle that can scale so well into late game and mid game. Combined with, of course, Lulu, great defensive support, can really help Renekton and Jarvan if they're going into the front line, get tanky, or help Ezreal Ahri be a little bit more defensive. And of course, Ezreal Ahri, those two very versatile champions. They can poke, they can go in very, very well. They both have lots of damage coming off from them. So I really like the team comp from Guilderland High School. If it goes into a standard laning phase-ish game, then I feel like it would go well. It would go well for them. However, Staten Island Technical High School, we do not know what's going to come off of this Pantheon in the jungle, things like that. They also, of course, once again, they have that early game bot lane of Draven and Leona, which you saw do really well last game.
Yeah, really, really strong. We are still having a slight issue with this. I'm just going to sort it out for us. If you'd like to just talk through what you think might happen at level 1 at the moment, I will... here we are. Actually, we're all sorted out, so you don't even need to talk about things. Isn't that exciting for you, mate?
Yeah, now you can talk more.
Oh, I can talk more. Excellent. I can't actually. I've got the red team name wrong, so I need to sort that out. There we are.
Don't worry, guys. It is no problem at all. As you're into game, we're actually seeing an invade coming in there. Phoenix is going to get caught up. It looks like he's going to be taking lots of damage. He's flashing over the wall. They're flashing right after the Ignite goes down. And Fansite picks up that kill with the spinning axes. Stun came out from Sounds Like a Plan. The dash from Silver. And they just did so much damage to take him out early.
Yeah, it did really well. Yeah, I said let's talk about level 1s, and then level 1 someone got caught out. It's just he just didn't quite position in the place that he'd want to. He's used his flash now as well, which really isn't going to help him out in that lane. There's a lot of damage that Light of Divinity can put down relatively early. People do tend to wait for that death mark to be up, but you don't need to. You can get quite a bit of damage off before that's even up, and I think without that flash, Army really doesn't have the mobility to get away. It's going to have to be a good charm. You can't get away from the Living Shadow that easily.
Yeah, so with this Draven picking that first blood is going to be scary. We saw how dominating the Draven bottom lane with Leona was last game. He actually picks up another Doran's Blade, so that is just early game damage training coming off him. Of course, you're going to be seeing Darth Boxy as well as Silver here, starting off with this wheel because, of course, they are able to take this away. And there we go. We see, Pantheon. His passive works out quite well in this jungle. Actually, he's able to block attacks from the big creep, so gonna be able to sustain quite a bit. I think I'll be interested to see if he actually goes for an early gank after this, or just for that red buff path. But we'll have to see. And I'm really scared of how this bottom lane is going to go for Guilderland High School.
Yeah, one interesting thing actually is that Ilizad has decided to go and get his wraiths, which isn't the most common thing. Also, one thing we haven't commented on is the fact that Ilizad is playing that Jarvan in the jungle as opposed to the mid lane, which he played last time. We have TLA Phoenix actually playing that Ahri in the mid lane now, so they've obviously thought Ilizad didn't quite come up to scratch, or maybe it's just TLA Phoenix is a better Ahri player than Ilizad, and so they've decided just to switch that around. Silver getting some damage down in top lane though. Oh,
bottom lane, Yeti just taking the damage. They hit level. Okay, so this is really important for Leona lanes. That Staten is that Fansite and Sounds Like a Plan hit their level 2 first, and now they're just able to zone out. Of course, TLA Yeti did just hit level 2. However, he lit. What Sounds Like a Plan did hit level 2, Zenith Blade in there, and they just chunked down the health from Yeti.
Yeah. And that's a big thing with the Leona Draven lane. If you hit that level 2 early, especially when you've got double Dorans, you're just going to do a huge amount of damage. One thing we haven't commented on again is the fact that Light of Divinity has gone for this Elixir start. He's obviously going for that early damage. Like, perhaps when he hits level 6, chucking a mark of a death mark on, getting some extra damage out from his Shurikens as well, should be able to take this Ahri down, especially since she's probably got about 100 seconds left on her flash.
Yeah, definitely could take advantage of that early. Ballman Ilizad coming in here, but can't do too much as he did pass through a ward. Really smart play, of course. Sounds Like a Plan. He started with the all consumables build for support.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nivy started with Nivy. I'm going Nivy. I like Nivy. set it off with the Fairy Charm, which does... I think it sounds like a plan definitely gains more advantage, because of course as Leona you're diving in there, so not going with the Fairy Charm, it gives you a lot more potions to pick up as well as wards. And we're already seeing the early ward dominance coming off here, as well as those potions are just so helpful for Leona once she goes in, because once she goes in, you can't really get out by walking away, which sometimes can be a little bit risky.
Yeah. We see Pentabox is going to have picked up 3 of the first 4 buffs at the moment, and that's because really Ilizad decided not to do anything about the fact that he was getting counter jungled. He went around to his Wraiths, got his wolves, he's sort of tried to get a gank off it. Silver's going to get some damage down here in the top lane, jumped on Kazanota with that Audacious Charge, but wasn't quite able to get the 3 Talon Strike off. But both the junglers have been pretty ineffective, and the fact that Pentabox has managed to pick up those 3 buffs and also delay getting his own blue buff, which means that they can contest the blue buff here from the GHS team a lot easier, because they don't have to worry about someone stealing theirs away. See, Battle of the Pink Wards going down in the bot lane. Here comes Sounds Like a Plan going in for that engage.
Yeah, Exhaust does come down here. Q as well. Yeti gets chunked down. Darth Boxes has come into here, however, it can't do too much. And look at this, Sounds Like a Plan. He has another Pink Ward to throw in there. Advantage is starting all consumables. 2 Pink Wards start. Really, really good for lane ward control dominance thingy.
One thing that I've just picked up on actually is Light of Divinity is so close to level 6. TLA Phoenix not quite there yet.
Because here's Darth Boxes. Ilizad comes in from behind over the Iku combo. Does not get that knockout. Stun going up onto Phoenix. He's taking the tower shots. Does pick up the kill with the spear shot. Get out.
Darth Boxius leveled up from Light of Divinity, killing those minions, and that allowed him to survive the ignite. He survived with about 50 HP. If he hadn't leveled up, he would have died.
Guess what? Light of Divinity has level 6. He still has Flash. He still has Elixir 42. Now he wants to go bottom lane because there's no wards. There's a pink ward in the Tribush. He wants to go in under this tower. He's going to be going straight up right under that tower for Yeti. Barry does come out for your Deathmark. Will be able to pick up this kill. And now they're diving out to Nivey. Sounds like a plan. Taking up the tower. Will not be going down to the tower shot. And Fansites picks up that kill. 4-0. Huge early lead for Staten Island Technical High School.
Yeah, TLA Phoenix is trying to come down for this, but it's just going to be way too late. And we hear the cheering as Fanslights backs away. Let's just have a quick look and see how much gold he's picked up from that Adoration stacks, because I bet it's quite a bit. Oh, it doesn't actually tell us unless we're in-game. It's probably picked up quite a bit from that. And usually, I mean, the major problem that you can see with Adoration stacks is unless you get a lot of early kills, and unless you catch your spinning axes and you kill minions.
He's at 296 gold.
He's on 296, okay.
Earned 296 gold. Total gold earned.
Yeah. Unless you get the early kills, unless you manage to get that early spinning axes and the lane dominance down, you really don't get a huge amount from it. I've seen people getting to around the 20-minute mark and getting 400 gold. And I mean, what's 400 gold? There's a Grand Skyfall coming in top lane.
Oh yeah, but going under that tower, there's a dominance actually coming off there, so gonna stop that from happening. Darth Boxes also had no mana to follow up after that, so thinking quite the burst pantheon down there. However, Dominus did come off there, as well as the barrier from Cezanne there, so they will be able to take out 2 of those summoning spells. And Gun's got 445-second cooldown. Dominus is actually 120. Never mind. However, still a nice trade there. It gives Silver some time up in that top lane, who already has a huge CS lead.
Yeah, really far ahead in that CS, around 22, and he's going for what looks like a Brutalizer build, perhaps building into a Black Cleaver, just trying to get that extra damage down for his lane. Although, I guess a Yumu's Ghostblade wouldn't be too far away from Norm on Xin Zhao. Obviously, we don't see that many Xin Zhao's played, but Yumu's Ghostblade gets you that extra attack speed. The Actives gives you a bit of extra attack speed as well, gives you some critical strike chance, and probably really helpful. Charm landing on Light of Divinity in mid lane. He's going to dive this! Yeah,
he's going down for the death mark. Will it be able to pick it up? No, it will not. Phoenix lives with about 70 health there. However, it is forced to back now. Light Divinity is just going to be able to push it up.
Look at this. Pentabox has really well timed this blue buff coming out from the GHS team.
Though.
But it's gone. Are they going to be able to close in on him, though? Because Ilizad, yes, he's a little bit low on health. He hasn't quite got the item stack up. He's got Spirit Stone. And Pentabox has gone for that double Doran's Machete build. So he's got a lot more damage at the moment.
Yeah, well, however, he will just let Ilizad walk away with that blue buff. And you know, I guess didn't really want to dive onto it. If anything really happened, Ilizad did have the EQ combo to escape. So mobility on that is a little bit higher than, you know, maybe like a flash and Flash is already used, but maybe
Silver's
like
going to go for disengage in top lane, uses the crescent streaks, flashed in as well.
Knight, can it pick up the kill? Yes, it will. Silver does pick that. Dominus was literally about to come off of cooldown there. That's a little sad. Just came off of cooldown right now.
Yeah, it's a dead crocodile.
Very, very well timed, which is very, very lucky. Who knows? Ilizad's down this bottom lane, though. Standard side comes off. He's going to walk away from that one. Very, very
And we
sad.
talked about the ward coverage coming out there from Sounds Like a Plan, just allowing them to not have to be scared at all of Ilizad ganks, and he really hasn't done a huge amount thus far. Almost got that kill onto Pentabox or Darth Boxius in the mid lane when they had the counter gank coming in, but hasn't really done a huge amount, especially when you look at Darth Boxius. He's got those couple of ganks, got those 3 buffs at the start, managed just to get some get the Dominus out as well, which led to the kill. Yes, he didn't get an assist or a kill from it, but led to the kill in the top lane as well. And it's just he's just had a bit more presence overall, and maybe it's just the way that his team's coordinated with him. Maybe it's because he's playing sort of an unconventional jungler, so people don't really know what to expect. But I would have liked to have seen a bit more coming out here from Ilizad. He has got his Cataclysm up, he has got his flash up in a couple of seconds as well.
Mid lane gank coming in, the stun onto Phoenix. He does get those speed rushes away. Knock up, however, onto the Boxius here, and the diver right back on. Cataclysm picks up the kill. Phoenix gets out of the Cataclysm with the spear rush. There's the death bar coming down, and not able to pick up Phoenix, and now Light of Divinity was able to pick out Ilizad, however, will go down to Phoenix. Phoenix picks up those double buffs there, and those are going to be the first 2 kills for Guilderland High School in this game.
Yeah, and the buff transfer is complete, going across there towards TLO Phoenix. Really going to help him out in that lane. He is behind by about 30 CS, still a kill behind as well. And if we look down the gold, yes, he's just bought that Seeker's Arm guard, but he's about 1,000 gold behind. Really not in the position that you want to be, especially as Ari, who is sort of an early game dominant champion. You've got that Orb Deception, you've got the Charm, you've got the Foxfire, you have a lot of early game damage, and really hasn't quite been able to use that in the way she'd like to. She's got the Seeker's Arm guard, and she's built that Fiendish Codex. Do you think she's probably going to go into a Deathfire Grasp? I see that quite commonly on Ari, especially after Ocelot started playing out.
Yeah, it's a very, very popular build onto Ari. Seeker's Arm guard there, I think, you know, obviously just counter out the quadruple AD build, or AD team coming in Siths here. So,
there's an engaging bot lane.
Yep, Yeti with the wild growth onto him. Phantasy is taking a decent amount of damage. Flashing from Ilizad, still trying to catch up. Cataclysm isn't up for about 20 more seconds. They just have a turnaround. This sounds like a plan. Yeti picks up that kill. Phantasy gets the kill onto Yeti now. Now Phantasy still getting chased after Barry comes off here. However, looks like Na'Vi is being smart, running away, shut down.
He comes engaged top lane as well.
Yeah, managing to pick up. See Zanoda there with the dive. I think Dominus came out. No, it didn't even come out. No summoners used or ultimate used by Zanoda, so maybe he's just like, okay, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Rolled over like a dog, even though he's a crocodile.
He
became Nasus.
Yeah.
He became Nasus and just rolled over and just died.
He didn't use his barrier, didn't use Dominus. I mean, it was a well-coordinated gank. Pentabox had been waiting for a while. Light of Divinity's going to get jumped on.
Light Divinity off the wall, but still goes down. Phoenix was right there to pick him up.
My goodness gracious me! Like, we've took.
That was such
I can't even verbalize. I can't even verbalize how good that play was there, because. Okay, so I'm gonna walk you through it. I would love to rewind, but I don't think I'd be able to keep up with the pace of this game. So. Okay. Here we go.
Okay,
Light of Divinity went around for all the wraiths, right? Ilizad used his Damascene Standard Dragon Strike combination, and Light of Divinity was like, oh, you know what I do? I'll jump across the wall, right? Yeah. TLA Phoenix had pre-charmed the jump. So he jumped into a charm that was already in midair. Seriously. Wow.
Looks like Silver, actually not in trouble at all. Anyways, yeah, but that was a great living shot from Divinity. It was literally instantaneous. However, Phoenix was prepared, very, very much prepared there.
Pre-charmed!
So, Staten Island, even with that.
Engage in mid lane though.
Yeah, engage in mid lane. Phoenix, he doesn't have that jungle help. Light Divinity picks up that kill. And that's kind of the story of Zed. Anyways, Dragon is happening here. Ooh, that two-shot barrage is very, very close to done now. However, Smite from Beth Boxy is a little bit too good
Pentabox
there.
does have darts.
And here
it comes,
the
man drop.
Drop coming in here. The stand side onto Yeti actually sends him a little bit farther away here. And actually the flash stun does come off here. There's a flash solo flare while growth comes off. It's not going to be enough fan sites with that kill. With the double kill, takes the kill out onto Na'Vi as well as Yeti. And just a nice gank coming in there. Right off the back of that dragon, they pick up 2 kills.
Yeah, it really did nicely there to manage to get the kills. They've got mid lane, they've got the bot lane turret, they've got the dragon, they've got a kill in mid lane as well. Yes, Light Divinity went down in the fight before it, but managing just to push his advantage in that mid lane. 3-2-2 with 50 CS, well, 45 CS ahead of his lane opponent now. Just really, really doing work in that mid lane. And we looked down the stats, and basically the only person who's not out CSing their opponent at the moment is Pantheon, just about 8 CS behind. But Pentabox has been so involved in buff steals, in dragons, in getting towers, in man dropping, just on everyone's faces, that you really can't blame him for being a little bit behind in CS.
Yeah, it's just been really, really tough game here. As there's the huge goal lane. Looks like this, and entirely as well. Looks like this mid tower will be falling down very shortly. And Phoenix, Ilizad, and Na'Vi are here in this mid lane. However, they do not know that Darth Box is just around the side. No, they know because he just threw out a spear this season. I know that. However, looks like they will start with this 5-man push. Wanted to control
Here
this
comes the engage.
Yep, they're going right, and so much CC coming down. Immediately pick up 2 kills. Light Divinity as well as Fansize picks those up. Looks like Ilizad is next. Will be taking out a double kill for Light Divinity. The Death Marker is able to take that, and looks like they'll have Death Boxes take up this tower as 5 versus 3 in that mid lane. I mean, it's a little bit rough, just a little bit. As the towers do fall as a result of that.
And that pushes this Sith's team 10,000 gold in the lead again. And we've seen how well they do at capitalizing on these advantages they get early game. One thing I wanted to note, do you want to talk a little bit to me about Darth Box's build? Because yes, he's gone for that mobility boots and a pickaxe with Madred's razors and double dawns. I wonder if it looks like he's going to go for a last whisper now. Madred's razor is good for the jungle clear, which Pantheon is a little bit slow on, has got that Heartseeker strike, but can't quite clear as well as he'd like to. And now it looks like he's going to go for that last whisper for a bit of extra armor penetration, which is probably a great shout because GHS has to think, oh, let's build some armor against this 4 AD team.
Yeah, of course. Last whisper, really important coming off. I mean, if you wanted to go something else, like more tankiness, I guess he could go for like a frozen mallet or something, but I don't expect that. I think the magic is him just being like, well, I want to be able to clear things very fast in the jungle.
Yeah.
But I don't want to build into like a spirit item, so he just goes to the Madras Razors. Just so he doesn't really have to build into that spirit item. I don't think he'll pick up a Wriggles Lantern. He'll probably sell that if the game goes long enough. He'll probably sell those Madras Razors.
I don't think it will go that long, in all honesty. I mean, they're 9 kills up. They're 11,000 gold, well, 10 and a bit thousand gold in the lead. They've got that dragon. They have the timer coming up on the dragon again soon. They've got 3 outer turrets and 1 mid lane turret as well. It's just really, they're far enough ahead. Draven has his Bloodthirst and his Phantom Dancer. We've got Blade the Rune King coming out from Zed. We've got the Black Cleavers we talked about coming out from the Xin Zhao as well. And I think they should just be able to snowball this into a mid to late game win.
Yeah, the next team fight honestly can just remove a lot of Porsche as Light Divinity going for the 3v1, chasing after Phoenix. Wow. He absolutely got there, and yeah, here comes the backup. The Soul Effect comes out, the man drop as well. Fansize as well on the side. Na'Vi goes down. That sounds like a plan. EQ coming from Ilizad to get out. The reinforcements come in. Light of Divinity still alive there.
Yeah.
Top tower goes down.
Oh, he's flashed in there. Fansize is actually flashed in under these turrets.
Going in under the tower. Picks it up. Takes up the kill onto Yeti there, and wow, just...
Here comes Ilizad.
It looks like Ilizad now in trouble as well. Walking right into the death row. Another execution here from Fansize. Just taking so many people
Yeah.
out. And looks like this middle tower, inhibited tower, is on the verge of going down. Season Noda has been being poked down by Silver, but he has no man. Anyways, mid tower does go down. This inhibitor is up next.
They're gonna push Staten. Yeah, gonna push down the
Fan
inhibitor.
sites.
Oh, there's gonna be engaged on CS. Wow.
Wow.
Well, yeah, he's gone down as well.
Okay, yep, he's dead. Yep, Season Noda just immediately dead right there.
One thing I wanna. One thing I want to pick up on is earlier on I talked very much about how I thought Phoenix made a superb play with the charm from the Living Shadow. So I think I have to readdress the balance a little bit. Light of Divinity there, 3v1. Wow,
Yeah.
he chucked his Living Shadow across the wall to make people think that he was going to jump away, and then he death marked onto Ari, onto TLO Phoenix, managed to get that kill using his extra damage in his Blade of the Ruined King.
Surrender vote
Then
coming up.
is there surrender vote coming out? Okay, so I'll finish this off. Death marked onto the Ari, managed to get that kill, and then used his Living Shadow to jump back into the bush where no one could see him and escape. And overall, Siths just played so well in that game. Managed to get the surrender vote out at 2020, which is pretty early in the match, as we all know, and GSH just weren't able to snowball their advantage as much as they could.
Yeah, Staten Island technical high. I mean, just really controlled both of these games from the start. Starting with that early first blood in this most recent game, really just snowballed them out of control. And of course, we were doubting that that Pantheon in the jungle from Darth Boxius. However, really great, really well played game.